I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that let you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, 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 but you don't flip. Chop, 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 but you don't flip. Chop, chop, chop.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. And I said welcome back to yet another YouTube video, y'all. We are back once again with yet another album review. It's been a minute since I've done an album review, and it's an album that I've been kind of waiting for years. I've been talking about Usher's music, Usher's new album that he's been teasing for a long time, since 2019, I believe. He's been teasing the album for quite a while. And I will say that I'm a bit surprised the route Usher went with this album, because I'm thinking it's going to be Confessions 2 or something like that. That's what he was teasing for a while. That's what I believed it was, but it turns out it wasn't. We don't even get a Confessions 3 on this album, which I thought we were going to get. Certain things like that, I will say I was kind of disappointed about, because I was interested in hearing a Confessions 3 or whatever he was going to do with the Confessions, story. I was really interested to see where that was going, but I guess it was just scrapped or saved for a later project, because there is no Confessions 3 part 3 on this album. But maybe he's just trying to get away from the whole Confessions era, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be known for only Confessions. He wants to be known for other work as well. I'm pretty sure that's how it is for a lot of different artists. They don't want to be known for just one big project. They want to be known for all the rest of their projects and what more that they have coming up, and something fresh and new, which I get. I do wish that Bad Habits was on the track listing. I'm confused why he didn't put that on there. I was kind of disappointed with that. But more or less, I wish Glue was here too. Those two songs I really feel like should have been on this album was Glue and Bad Habits, because I'm thinking those two are definitely tracks that he was going to include. But other than that, I will say that the Coming Home album is pretty solid. It's solid, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely say it's a very solid piece of work. I mean, I don't really see a lot of flaws with it. I mean, of course, there's flaws. There's flaws in every piece of albums. Every album has some flaws in it. But yeah. Other songs that I wish could have been on this album were songs that he's been releasing over the past few years, like Don't Waste My Time, Sex Beat. Those two were on point. Like, those two were really on point. I wish that they was here. Like, those 4 songs could have took place of 4 other songs on this album. But without further ado, let's get into it. And I'm going to try not to go too deep into songs, because I'm trying to make this video a bit shorter and more condensed. And that's easier to digest to whoever's watching. So, the first song on the album is the title track, Coming Home. Smooth. The vocals are on point throughout this song and throughout the entire album. It gives me sensational vibes. Sensational Chris Brown. It gives me vibes of that song a lot, and I really enjoy it. Afro beats, y'all already know. I'm starting to like that genre a lot more and more nowadays. Burna Boy is on point. The beat is on point, and I feel like it was a solid track. 8 out of 10. Good with 21 Savage and Summer Walker. This was a match made in heaven. 10 out of 10 song. I see no real issue with it. Some people call it cheesy and corny. I don't really see it like that. I see it's pretty good. I say it's pretty great. The production is amazing. The charisma is on point with Summer Walker and Usher. And of course, 21 Savage fits in perfectly. It's basically talking about a relationship, post-breakup song. Even though we broke up, we're not as good as what we used to be, but we're still all right. We're still tight. There's not really no issues, no bad blood. So I like the message. The message is pretty decent. You know, it's a shame we didn't last as much as we should have, but it's all right because we're still tight. I like that message. You know, a positive, non-toxic post-breakup song. You know, I have no problem with it. It's a great feel to it. A-Town Girl. Now, I've heard people call this a bit cheesy, but I actually enjoy it. But it's not that great. It's a 7 out of 10 song. It's pretty solid. The vocals are always on point. This is basically talking about an Atlanta-born female who doesn't really want to leave Atlanta, who's so used to the lifestyle and made a name for herself in ATL. I get country vibes from it too. Usher, it looks like that he's trying to dabble into the country genre. It looked like it kind of feels like a little bit like country vibes, but it's still R&B at the end of the day. You know, like I said, speaking on the characteristics of a female in Atlanta. It's a hype song, great beat. Billy Joel sample is on point. You know, Uptown Girl. Shout out to Billy Joel. I felt like it's pretty solid. You know, pretty solid to open up early on in the album. 7 out of 10. The next song is also a 7 out of 10, and it is called Cold Blooded. Reminds me of Climax in a way. You know, Climax off of the... what album was it again? I forgot which album Climax was on. The Looking for Myself album back in 2012. A relationship filled with turmoil. You know, that's basically what the song is really about. You know, a relationship filled with their problems, this, that, and the third. The chorus is interesting, I will say that. And Pharrell also produced this song. And I didn't even know that. I don't know why, because a lot of times Pharrell has a certain type of style when it comes to his with his production. It's very kind of like, it's not too all over the place at all. It's not too grand. It's not too doing too much. It's very right. It's a certain fine line to Pharrell's production. It's very funky, you know, old school kind of bass, old school kind of feel. To me personally, that's what I kind of get. For example, like Get Lucky or other Pharrell songs like Entrepreneur, you know, it's kind of like a little old school funk in a way. Those are the vibes I kind of get from Pharrell's production. And I don't know why this doesn't feel like a Pharrell produced song for some reason. It's pretty decent though, 7 out of 10. Kissing Strangers, the vocals are amazing, but it's nothing memorable to me. I don't know why this was a single, really. There's nothing really strong about this song that I could say I was really interested in. So 6 out of 10 song, nothing too important to me. Maybe 5 out of 10. I just didn't really appeal to me like that, you know. But like I said, this is first listen, so maybe I might like it later on. Keep On Dancing is a 7.5 out of 10. The beat dropping is amazing. Very funky, strong pop sound to it. Nothing memorable about this one as well, but it's much better than Kissing Strangers. Keep On Dancing. I can see this being on, like, you know, skating rings, skating. You know, I can see it being at Frankie's or some place filled with a lot of fun. You know, playing in the background or something like that. The DJ was like, oh, this is a nice track. Let me play it right quick. Risk It All is a 9 out of 10 song. This is a very much hidden gem throughout the album. I don't know why this wasn't a single. I believe it was on the Color Purple soundtrack. But Risk It All with her is amazing. It's an amazing song. The harmonies are chef's kiss. It's so simple. Like, it's not doing too much compared to the other songs of the album. But it gets the job done, I would say. Raw emotion. It's very deep. Even Usher has some very deep and low register vocals throughout the song. The piano, the light percussions. It's pure art. It's about love, liberation, and it's a great ballad. I would definitely say this is one of Usher's best ballads that he's ever been a part of. And Her wrote it too. Her, bro, I don't really listen to her like that. But my goodness, does she have talent. And I can't wait to see her shine. Because this was amazing. She deserved every single second of admiration for this song. And the music video is very creative as well. It's very art influenced. It's very strong. It's very, you can tell it's coming from a place of creativity and nothing but Next song is Bop. Bop gives me Janet Jackson vibes, but Janet Jackson of the Now vibes, like Unbreakable, which is almost 10 years ago now. It gives me Unbreakable vibes from that album, and I had no problem with that. The song is about physical love and attraction. Emotional, is very emotional, he was referencing old R&B acts that he misses. He references Jodeci. He even references Tupac, Aaliyah. He references Michael. And also references Mike Tyson. Shout out to him. The chorus is very catchy. Strong weight, very weight-filled song. I think it's great. I think it's a pretty solid song. 8 out of 10 for me. 8.5 out of 10 for the next track, and that's Stone Cold Freak. This is actually, I think, one of the catchiest choruses throughout the album. The harmonies are on point as well. The beat is, 2000s vibes, summer vibes. And I really appreciate songs like that. They give all vibes of the 2000s in the summer. Some of my favorite things. Some of my favorite things to really call back to. You know what I mean? So, yeah. The next song is Ruin. It reminds me of the title track, Coming Home, but it's definitely not as good. It's a very boring song to me. It's not bad, but it's nothing really special. It's a 6 out of 10. There's nothing else I can really say about it. The next song is Big. Big is a bit corny, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? It's very monumental. The production is on point. I get Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. Jackson 5 vibes from it. The horns are Quincy Jones vibes, amazing. And, it's a song that really takes charge. It shows that Usher is not afraid to be in the front. Big. What do you think of Big? I think, like I said, monumental, strong, courageous, in the lead. Take charge. And that's what Usher is getting at throughout this song. The next song is On the Side, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really remember this song like that. It's a 5 out of 10 song. It's not really special to me. Not really that good to me. The vocals throughout all of these tracks are pretty good to me. Pretty great to me, but I don't remember shit from this song, but I really don't. I Am the Party is an 8 out of 10. Old school vibes, like I said, and I can't go wrong with that. I really can't. Usher has a lot of old influence throughout the album, a lot of influence to many different back in the day feels, and I never had a problem with that, and I never will. Yeah. The next song is I Love You, and this is one of the best songs on the album, easily top 10, easily top 3. I Love You is amazing, and you could definitely feel the vibe with one artist throughout this song, and that's Prince, straight from Paisley Park. This is amazing. The funk, the grooviness, the magical, the flow, the bridge. All chef's kiss, all amazing. You can feel the romantic vibes throughout it, and I love it. I can see this being on Prince's songs from the 90s, or maybe even early 80s. Like, this was on point. The next song is Please You, and this is even better than the last one. The snaps on point. Glue vibes, which I love Glue. Like I said, I wish it was on the album, but R&B is on point with this one. I love the like I said, monumental. That's really a characteristic I could really say I really talk about a lot on this album. The choir's on point as well, and yeah, 10 out of 10. Please You, I love Please You so much. This is going straight to the playlist. Very catchy, very amazing. 2 10 out of 10s in a row. Can you believe it? So far, this is the third 10 out of 10 on the album. The first one was Good Good. The second one was Please You. The second one was I Love You, and Please You. It definitely pleased me throughout the album, throughout the song. Luckiest Man is good, but nothing special. The vocals are amazing. Mariella, 7 out of 10. Luckiest Man is 7 out of 10 too, but Margiela. Fuck, I can't believe I can't pronounce this, considering I just heard it. Synthesizer on point, compulsive thoughts about his relationship is what he's really speaking about. He's that talking over a beat, singing over a beat, which reminds me of Drake. Yeah, it does. It reminds me of Drake a lot. I don't know why, but it does. 7 out of 10 song, not bad at all. Room in a Room is very catchy. It's an 8.5 out of 10 for me, maybe even 9, but I'll definitely give it a room. I definitely give a Room in a Room very catchy. So 8.5 out of 10 for me. One of them ones, the transition to the song is 2 chef kisses. One of them ones is very romantic. The snaps are on point throughout the song. The harmonies are on point. It's a very great song for me. It's a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Great song. Standing Next to You is an 11 out of 10 song. My favorite song on the album is Standing Next to You, with Jungkook, which is a K-pop artist. You know, K-pop has been putting out some bangers lately. Not gonna lie to you. And I'm glad that Usher is collaborating with them and making magic like this. Standing Next to You is amazing. The horns are on point. It's very grand. You know, I get a grand feel from it. A very royalty type feel. Very festival. You know, this, that, and the third from the song. And I believe this is the best song on the album, Standing Next to You. Yeah. The next 2 songs are extra songs on the album, but I'm not gonna lie, Believe is nothing really special to me. It's a 7 out of 10, maybe even 6. The next one is Naked, and it gives old Usher vibes. Oh, love it. I love it so much. And that's a 7 out of 10, or 8 out of 10 for me. Naked is pretty good. Maybe 8.5, but it's not as good as Stone Cold Freak, which also at 8.5 as well. Or Room in a Room, which is definitely not as good as that. So maybe I'll just give it a 7. Not a bad song by any means. Multi-layered relationship, quick to fall in love, and quick to break a heart. That's old, bro. Come on now, that's old Usher lyrics for you, bro. And that was the end of the album. Okay, so what do I feel about this album? How do I feel about it? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I definitely say it's a solid piece of work. Usher's last solo album was Hard to Love, I believe. And people was not really messing with that like that. I know I haven't listened to it. I never did. I'll listen to it eventually and review it. But apparently Hard to Love got a lot of criticism. And, you know, I don't really see this album catching as much criticism as Hard to Love would. That's my opinion. I don't believe so. Even though I haven't listened to it yet. But Hard to Love had a lot of mixed reviews. And I don't really see this album getting mixed reviews like that. I don't think it would. You know, I haven't looked at many reviews lately. But I have looked at certain reviews to kind of help me form my own opinion a bit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do that to see what other critics are coming from. Just to see I didn't catch that. Because I'm not going to lie. Through first listens, there's a lot of things that I probably won't catch at first. But sometimes I look at critics and see, oh, I didn't catch that. That's great. So, yeah. Like, for example, right, the Shake Your Body Down to the Ground type of sample-ish or influence-ish. I don't know why I didn't catch that at first, but I saw somebody comment that on a review, and I'm like, that's amazing. So yeah, but I don't really see this. I really see this album being in his first half, like in terms of quality, being the first half of quality amongst his albums. You feel me? I could see people ranking this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like top 5 Usher albums, top 6. You feel me? In the upper range. This was a solid record, I would say. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Maybe 7.5. You know what I mean? I know I might get flack for this, but I think this is a better album than My Way. I think that. And that's, yeah. In My Way, y'all, just see my review on it. So yeah, Coming Home is a solid record. My favorite songs on the album, I would most definitely say, will be Good. Risk It All is beautiful. I Love You, Please You, One of Them Ones, and Stand Next to You will be the best. My least favorite songs on the album will be On the Side, Ruin, Kissing Strangers, and maybe Believe, when it comes to, just not really good. Not really that good for me. The best produced, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna do that. Nah, I'll say it. Please You and I Love You and One of Them Ones. And maybe Good too. The production really shined throughout this entire album. Even Standing Next to You, great production. The production really was amazing throughout almost most of the songs on the album. I can't just pick a few to really kind of be like, this is the best produced. This was on point. Yeah, best vocals. The vocals were great, bro. Look, I'm not gonna do none of that no more. Great album. I definitely liked what Usher did, but if I could, bro, I'ma still stand on this though. Kissing Strangers could have gotten taken off the album, along with Ruin, On the Side, and Believe, which is, extra track. These are 4 songs that could have gotten taken off the album. We could have easily had Bad Habits, Glue, Don't Waste My Time. Like, we could have easily had Sex be on the album. Like, what's going on with that? Like, what's going on with that? Like, I'm kind of confused as to why those songs were just denied an album spot, but it is what it is. I don't mind Boyfriend or, I Cry being left off the album. I don't really mind that. I don't really mind those songs being left off the album. I'm all right with that. But come on, Usher. These 4 songs could have been on the album. You were just releasing these singles left and right. They could have been on the album. I definitely feel that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you believe the hype for them went down a little bit because they were released a little while back. But come on, bro. Ruin and Kissing Strangers should have not even been on this album. And these were the worst choices to be singles, in my opinion. But I digress. So, the album dealt with liberation, romantic, cheating, relationships, love, all of that regular stuff. And I feel like he came and he didn't play around. You feel me? He did a good job. But, I'm rambling. I promised myself I was going to make these album reviews a bit more smaller and a bit more condensed because I find myself rambling a lot. But pretty solid album. Yeah. Oh, and just in time for the Super Bowl too. Great marketing. I forgot to say that.